This is video number 39 in the Book 2 series, and this is for all of the instruments. In this video, we're going to learn to play another song in 6/8, and it's going to be on page number 27. I need you to take a pencil out, because the first thing I want you to do, we're going to learn number 124 on page 27. I want you to number the measures. Okay, now this is a violin book, but it's going to be the same deal with all of them. I mean, your notes going to be different, but the spacing is the same. So pause this video and get your numbers right. You should end up with 16 measures. Remember, the first note does not count as a measure. The first measure is right there where that down bow is. Okay, so pause the video, get your measures numbered. All right, because this song's a little bit long and it's a little bit complicated, we're going to learn this kind of in a strange way. We're not even going to talk about 6/8 yet. We're not going to get the 6/8 groove going. All I want you to do is I want you to play the notes of measure 1, but no rhythm at all. Just play them all equal, like it's 4 chord notes. Go D, F sharp, A, D. Okay, just play that. Measure 1. So D, F sharp, A, D. Now do that again. Measure 1. D, F sharp, A, D. Now you might have noticed that's just the arpeggio, isn't it? It's just a D major arpeggio. Now do measure 2. A, F sharp, D. It's just down the arpeggio. Measure 2, no rhythm. And go. A, F sharp, D. Now do measure 1 and 2, no rhythm, just the notes. Echo me. F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. Try that again. And go. D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. Now, I want you to look at measure 5 and 6. It's the same thing. Now, let's try shadow bowing up through the first note of measure 8, just that much, with the correct rhythms now. Now, the first note it's a pickup note. Just like Jolly Good Fellow 120, it's an 8th note pickup. So we're counting 1 lolly, 2 lolly. So it's on the Lee of beat 2. So I count 1 lolly, 2 law. You play on the Lee of beat 2. And again, it's like a third of a beat. I know officially each 8th note gets a whole beat, but you know how that actually is working out. There's 2 big beats, and the 8th notes fall within there. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 1, Lee, 2, Lee, 1, shadow bow. Measure 1 through the first note of 8, or the beginning through the first note of 8, and 1 la, li, 2 la. 1 la, li, 2 la. That's all I wanted you to play. Okay, now play that with me. That was shadow bowing. Now play it with me. Okay, now be careful. Sometimes it's hook bows, sometimes it's slurs. Make sure you're doing hook bows when it's hook bows and slurs when it's slurs. It's not this. That's not right. Those are supposed to be slurs. Okay, play from the beginning. Play from the beginning, very beginning, and 1 la, li, 2 la. 2 la, li. 1 la, li, 2. Okay. Now, if you can't play that yet, and probably it's a very good chance that you can't. Don't feel bad. Pause the video and get those first 8 measures correctly now. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on, and I want you to start shadow bowing at the pickup to measure 9. Now, we haven't really talked too much about pickups being in the middle of a song, but clearly, let me play starting at 7 for you, and look at the last note of measure 8. That is clearly part of measure 9 as far as musically speaking. Listen, this is 7. 1 la, li, 2 la. See how that goes? That F sharp belongs to the G in measure 9. So that is the pickup to measure 9. All right? And that, of course, is on the Lee of beat 2. So start shadow bowing the last note of measure 8, which is the pickup to measure 9. And 1 la, li, 2 la. play measure 11. Echo me, measure 11. Ready, go. D, C sharp, B, B, A, B. Again, echo me. D, C sharp, B, B, A, B. Okay, now try the pickup measure 9, play all the way through 12. And 1, la, li, 2, la. 1, la, li, stop. Try that again with me. Pick up to 9 and 1, la, li, 2, la. 1, la, li, 2. Okay, now, if you haven't gotten that much, pause the video, get that much. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to pause right now and see if you can go play from the beginning to 12, okay? Now, go on to 13 and 14. We're going to talk about the pickup to 13 in a minute. But look at 13. D, F sharp, A, D. It's just like measure 1 and measure 5. Let's practice 13 and 14 with no rhythm, okay? Because 14's different, okay? Do 13 and 14 with no rhythm. Just what I mean by that is just everything's equal. D, F sharp, A, D, D, B, G, B. Okay, it's gonna be tricky. Echo me. And go. D, F sharp, A, D, D, B, G, B. Just do measure 14, no rhythm. Echo me. And go. D, B, G, B. Try it again. D, B, G, B. If you didn't notice, that's actually a G major arpeggio. Now, I want you to shadow bow from the pickup to 13 and go to the end. Oh, by the way, 15 and 16, it looks kind of tricky, but it's the exact same ending. Not the exact, but almost the same ending as 120. A, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. It's almost the same thing. The difference is the last note is not as long on this one. Shadow bow, pick up 13. And 1, la, li, 2, la. Hook bow. 1, la, li, 2. Okay, try playing that with me now. Pick up to 13, which means the last note of 12. And 1, la, li, 2, la. 1, la, li, 2, la, li. Now, I'm going to suggest that you pause the video now and practice on your own first, because the song it's much more difficult than what we've done so far in 6/8. It's not an easy song. When you think you're ready, play with me. The tempo I'm going is about 40. Okay, I'm going to have the metronome on, so if you find this is too fast, practice it slower. And 1, la, li, 2, la. 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 1, la, li, 2. Okay, so that's 40. I would really like for you to be able to play a little bit faster than that. All right, but if you can play at 40, that's good. You can go ahead and move on. All right, give yourself some time. It's not an easy song, but you can do it. Practice in little chunks like we did, and then try to put it together.